Hence, I definitely want to start it off with just a little bit of, let's say a prayer. You already know what the story's been about with Mr. Rough Rider, Mr. DMX. We had to do it, because right now he needs all the prayers right about now, people. From what I know, of course, it was mixed information. First, he was off life support and all right, but then they turned around and said that he was his agent or whoever was giving, his lawyer, whichever, was giving false information, or he probably prematurely reported or something, and he's actually still in critical conditions from last update I have. Of course, I haven't seen anything else since, so if anybody has any type of update, for the most part, please give me an update on that one. So just wanted, everybody, let's say a prayer for DMX, because, man, that's tough. Definitely tough to kind of see him going through that. But everybody, what it is, what it comes down to. It comes down to something we kind of talk about all the time. It's that drug usage. And, you can go, you can only, I know it was people saying, where's his family? Where's his, support? I'm pretty sure he does have a great support system, but the individual, he even checked his own self in rehab. That's what, because from what it was, he felt like he was going to relapse. So he checked himself in rehab. So he has sense enough to try to get help. But based on what his story is, he was introduced to this at the age of 14. His blunt was laced, is what he reported. In a couple of interviews I've seen. He was shooken up about it, but he said someone he trusted laced his blunt with crack. So this is a demon he definitely battled. Okay, all right. So it says that his family can't really see him because he was diagnosed with COVID, just all bad. So there was a story that going around and it gets bad. Well, that's what Brian is saying, but I see Baz also saying that it was reported, but that's not the case. Like I said, it's just a whole bunch of things going around about this. So basically, let's just pray for him. It's pretty much all we can do at this point, and pray that he pulls through and gets some help. He said in his book, just a tragic story. Yeah, it started early for him. So when you're fighting those demons that long, and it's an addiction. It's definitely an addiction. If your body is just like, I gotta have it, this is the way I function. He probably went throughout his entire career on drugs. And he's struggling with some things. Like that interview he had about that, it was terrible. It was just, he broke down and he really couldn't even talk about how it started for him. He still shook it up and broken up about it. So when you got that type of trauma in your life, it's kind of hard to cope with it. Some people cope differently. So I believe he has some loved ones and family and, stuff like that, but only the individual is the one that has to get help. So, and watch who you hang around. Now that one, he was just a young, innocent young man, didn't know no better. And the guy offered him a blunt and didn't know it was laced, so a young, innocent child that's trusting his peers, trusting somebody that's older than him to, protect him. And he failed that, he saw his own agenda. He just wanted to get high himself. So let me get this young man high too, see what I can get out of him. And, whatever the story was, but someone who tried to interview him said he didn't have a great support system like that. They basically told him he had to catch DMX early. And like I said, we don't know all the stories about him, but it's sad. So, but that's kind of want to just bring a light to that and just, say our prayers for him,